Hello everyone, it's Ripcord, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be ranking all MCC players in a tier list. Also, only a very small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed, so consider subscribing because it's free and it makes my day. Alright, so starting off from the top, we're going to go down through the tiers and see what we got. Alright, starting at the top, we have the Elite tier, which is basically, this is like the top 8 or so players, you know what I mean? Like, probably the top around 5 or 6 that, like, best MCC players. Then we got Amazing, which is basically, like, really good secondary players on teams. Like, they're not elites, but they're still really good. We have Good, which is basically, like, they're just good. Like, it's basically kind of like the average tier a little bit. Then we have Below Average, which is, a little bit below average, not really there at average yet. Then we have Funny to Watch, which is basically like they're just like they play good and they're also really funny to watch, but they don't play amazing like others. And then we have Plays for Fun, which is basically it's basically the bottom of the tier list. They just play for fun, like the Simmers, basically. Like they don't wanna try to win, sweat and try, but they also really do want to win. But they just play for fun, really. And then we have Don't Know. These are people that I just don't know. And if I don't really know them, please don't get angry because I just have never seen them in MCC before. And let's just get right into it. Alright, so starting off with the first person, we have 5UP. Now, 5UP is actually pretty good. He's been on a couple good teams and he's done really well, but he's also been on a couple bad teams. So I think 5UP would probably go in the good category. He's not below average, but he's still pretty good. Alright, next up we have Ant Frost. Ant Frost has actually gone and become like really good like throughout his time in being MCC. He's only been like 4 or 3 events, something like that, but he's done really good. So I think Ant Frost would also really put in good. I would put Ant Frost in good, probably. Anyways, next up we have Awesome Dude. Awesome Dude's actually a little bit below average. He's not great yet, but he's also not like, terrible. But next up we have Bad Boy Halo. Bad Boy Halo is just like funny to watch. He doesn't try. He was on that one Dream CPK and Finster team, which he was pretty good at. But other than that, he doesn't really try. He's really just funny and he's just there to play, especially when he's with Skeppy. That one time when he's with Skeppy was pretty funny. Next up, I don't know who this is. Yeah, I just don't recognize their face. Alright, next up we have Bitzel. Now, Bitzel actually took a huge break from MCC. He's actually working on his MCC 6 video, which he actually won like a year ago, and he hasn't posted a video about it yet, which is actually hilarious. But he's coming out with it, and it's supposed to be like the next big thing because like everyone is gonna watch it because he hasn't posted in like a year. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty funny to watch. Anyways, Bitzel, I think Bitzel goes in like the below average category just because he hasn't played in a while. I don't really think he's, great, but he's just not like there because he hasn't played in a while. But when he was in MCC 6, when he won with Fruitberries, Captain Puffy, and Fundy, he was actually really good. Next up, we have King Burren. And King Burren's actually pretty good. Like when he's with Michael, he's really good, but he's just like good overall. He's not like awesome, but he's pretty decent. All right, so then we have Captain Puffy. Captain Puffy's actually, I don't know, she's in between here. I'd probably put her in pretty good because she is pretty good. She's like really good at like she's not great at PvP, but she's pretty good at games like Sands of Time and Bill Mart. So yeah. All right, so Calvin's actually kind of like Bitzel because like he hasn't played in a while, but when he does, he's actually pretty good. So I guess I would have to put Calvin right around where Bitzel is because that makes probably the most sense. Anyways, next up we have Dan TDM, and I think Dan's pretty fun to watch. He doesn't try. I mean, he does really try when he has like a really good team. But last time he was supposed to be MCC, he actually dropped out. I made a video about that. If you want to go check that out, it was like an MCC 19, I think. Yeah, it was MCC 19. He was supposed to be on Pete's team. Or no, it was MCC 18 actually. He was supposed to be on Pete's team for the Halloween thing, and then he got replaced by I think it was 5UP or it was I think it was Car Carovas actually. Anyways, Dan, I think Dan goes in. He's Yeah, he's fun to watch, but I think yeah, he's fun to watch. But when he does try, he's actually he's a little bit below average. He's not that good when he does try. Anyways, next up we have Curtsy, and actually Curtsy's going into amazing because Curtsy's not right here at elite yet because surprisingly he's actually never gotten first place before, like individual. Like it's actually kind of insane. Like Curtsy should go here, but he just can't yet because he's never gotten first individual before, and he's only won MCC the first time, which was with him, Michael, Karkarovas, and Byrne in the first MCC ever. So like yeah, I think I would have to put Curtsy in amazing. Next up, we have Dream. Of course, Uh, Dream's going in elite. He's Dream. He's great at the game. He's kind of a master. He's a Chad at the game. I got to put Dream in elite. Fruit Berries. Okay, Fruit Berries is going in elite. Now, Fruit Berries is probably in the top 3 MCC players. I think I would put Dream in probably second. I don't know. I put Dream in second because like he hasn't played as long as Fruit has. I think Dream started around where Fruit was, like a couple of MCCs later. But I think Fruit's definitely in the top MCC players. I think I probably have to put Pete as number first because he's like the best all around player, and then I probably put Fruits, and then maybe Dream, and then Sabnap or Lumina or something like that. But Fruit's actually cracked at the game. Like he's amazing at to go to the other side. All right, next up we have Fundy. Fundy's actually I don't know. Funny's kind of amazing. Like he's like you remember that time he was on Fruit's team for the Halloween? It was MCC 18. He was on Fruit's team. Fundy actually had to get subbed in because yes, Fundy had to get it wasn't Fundy. It was Fruit. Fruit had to get subbed in, and that actually changed the whole game plan for that team. It actually went from being an average team, a little bit below average, to actually being one of the best teams in the MCC. So, yeah, Fundy's definitely a game changer. If you have one of the elite players, Fundy's definitely a really good secondary player to have. Next up, we got Flip. I think I probably put Flip in good. He's not great, but he's actually pretty good. All right, so next up we have George Not Found, and I'm gonna have to put George up here. He's not yet at the level of Dream, but he is still a really good secondary player. Like some of the best secondary players are probably these three and also maybe Green. But like these three are probably some of the best secondary players you can have on a team, and they're just not at like the amazing level yet. As I said with Curtsy and Fundy and now George. So like yeah, George is like really good, but he's just not at this level yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the person you've been waiting for, Green. Now, I think a lot of people would like to see Green go up in elites, but I can't do it yet. He's just not at that level yet. I have to put him in amazing because he's like if you compare him to George, they have around like the same like stats. You know what I mean? Like in Fundy and maybe not Curtsy a little bit, but still Green's not at these guys' level yet. And also a couple other guys that are up here. He's not at their level yet. Like, but he's like kind of close to it, but he's getting there. Like he's been doing really good in Sky Battle for the past couple MCCs, but he's just not at the elite level yet, and I just can't put him up in there. Carl Jacobs. Now, Carl's kind of digressed ever since his win with the Dream Team in MCC 11, so I'm going to put him below average. He's not great, but he's also decently good. Decently. Cornelius is very underrated because he's not elite like these guys, but he is pretty amazing, so I got to put him in the amazing category. Bloodwig. Dude, that profile picture is funny. Mefs is actually pretty amazing. Not gonna lie, he's not terrible, but he's pretty amazing. He doesn't play that often though. Like I barely see him anymore. Michael McChill, he's good. We should put him right next to King Burn because those guys are like an amazing duo. Alright, so Pete's up next, and you know where I'm going with this. Pete's top 3, probably number 1. I think he's the GOAT of MCC because he's just an all-around great player, and he's just like good at almost every single game. I think the only game he lacks in is probably Build Mart a little bit. Most of the time he gets on good Build Mart teams, like that one time he was with Green, I think, in MCC All-Stars. But yeah, other than that, basically he's just a really good player. All right, so we got Phil up next, and you know Phil's actually really cool. I like Phil, but he's not at the elite level yet. I think I'd put him in amazing. He's around like Tommy's skill level. Him and Tommy are a pretty good duo, but he's around Tommy's skill level, and I think Phil's actually a really good player. Alright, so we got Preston here. Now, Preston's a weird one because, like, he's only played twice, but those 2 times he's played, he's been actually really average. But I would put him up here with amazing because that's like his skill level in Minecraft, but I have to put him in good because he just only has played in 2 MCCs, and that's not good enough because he hasn't gotten the right stats he needs to become like an amazing or elite player, and he hasn't had those plays where where it makes him elite, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I have to settle with him being good for now. Puns. Now, Puns is elite. Puns can carry a team. Well, I mean, kind of. Puns can, like, carry a team, but he definitely needs a really good secondary player from, like, one of these guys if he really wants a chance at winning. Because if he doesn't get one of these guys as a secondary player, then he's probably not going to be able to carry the team fully like someone like Illumina or Fruitberries or even Dream can do, or Pete. So, like, Pun's definitely, he needs help from one of these guys, but when he does get that help, oh my gosh, he is an amazing player. He is amazing at PvP. Him and Dream actually used to practice a lot. Him and Dream are really good friends. So, like, Pun's definitely knows a lot of Dream style, and he's really good at PvP. So, like, that's very helpful when he's competing. Dude, Rambu's actually pretty cracked. Oh, crap. Rambu, I gotta put Rambu in good because he hasn't proven that he's amazing at MCC yet. He's still a decent player, though. Dude, this tier list is getting so big, it's out of frame. Alright, so CPK is up next, and, you know, CPK is actually a good player. He also is the head honcho of the All Things MCC channel, so he gets bonus points for that, but I'm not going to count those bonus points because he's still pretty cool. But I would have to put him in good for his skill level because, like, he is really good, but most of the time he ends up being like a 3rd player on a team. He doesn't really carry a lot of the times, but he's just an all-around great guy. Alright, so we got Scott here, and you know what? Scott's the organizer of MCC, so he definitely deserves to go in amazing. He's always a good secondary player, and he's just a great guy. But he's an amazing MCC player because, you know, he knows a lot of stuff, and he's just got great knowledge of the game. Dude, for all of the times Captain Sparkles has been in MCC, and he just never has won. He's never won it once, and he's played in every single MCC event. Just for that, I have to put him in amazing. I'm not going to put him in elite because he doesn't have the skill level as these guys, but he deserves to be an amazing. He deserves to be remembered as an amazing MCC player for his hard grit because he never gave up. Hopefully one day he will win a championship. Tap L. Now, Tap L, I think Tap L deserves to be in the elite category because, you know what, Tap L, at the end of the day, he's still really good at Minecraft, even though he doesn't really play really good. He's still really good, and he has a lot of knowledge, and he does a lot of those Minecraft butt videos, but he is a pretty good PvPist. Like, his best game, I think, is Sky Battle or something like that. So I guess Tap L deserves to be elite because he has similar skills to these guys up here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blade himself, Technoblade. One of the greatest Minecraft players to ever live. And one of the greatest MCC players to ever play. Congrats, Technoblade, on becoming one of the best MCC players and winning MCC championship multiple times. I hope your fight with cancer ends well, and just keep on fighting. You deserve it. Alright, so we got Tommy in it next. And you know what? Tommy's an amazing player. I think Tommy's really good. He doesn't get a lot of, you know, hype because most of the time he just plays for fun and he's kind of just being funny. But when it comes down to it, he is a pretty good Minecraft player. Let's be honest. You know what? Because Tubbo actually won MCC and MCC 18, which I was really hyped to see, I'm going to put Tubbo in amazing. Because Tubbo before MCC 18 was one of the only players to not actually win an MCC, but be in MCC for like 10 events or something like that. But he finally got a win in MCC 18, which is pretty awesome, and it was really exciting to see. So I hope Tubbo ends up going on to win more MCC championships in Season 3. But right now, Tubbo is at an amazing level, but I could definitely see Tubbo with more wins, elevating up to this elite level, just like all these guys. Anyways, Tabo is a great MCC player, and I hope he keeps. Vicstar. Dude, Vicstar's been gone for like so long. He has barely played MCC for season 2, that is. Wilbur Soot. Alright, Wilbur, I'm gonna put Wilbur. I'm gonna put Wilbur in good category. I was gonna put him in funny to watch because he really is, but you know what? I just gotta put him in the good category because he really is kind of good. He's a really good third player like CPK. So yeah, I gotta put him in good. But Wilbur definitely could be better if he just got on really good teams all the time, which probably won't happen. T1 as, and no one expected him to be as good as he ended up coming out of MCC2 as. He ended up winning 3 Minecraft championships, in Minecraft Championship 15, 18, and 19. All of them with really good teams, but most of the time he would carry. He's one of the best survival games players besides Dream, Fruitberries, and Illumina probably, and he's just a great player, and like Sapnap is so good. So like I'm gonna have to put him in the elite category. He's definitely up there with Dream, Technoblade, and Dream, Technoblade, and he's definitely up there with Dream, Technoblade, and Fruitberries as being some of the best Minecraft players, and Pizza Hut, and all of these guys. So like Sapnap's actually really good, and he's very underrated, or not very underrated. Sapnap's just really good, and I think he deserves all the credit for his success in MCC Season 2. I hope he goes on to have great success for the rest of his MCC playing time. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. These are my final MCC rankings for every single MCC player. If I missed someone and you think they're not on this list, but they deserve to be, leave it in the comment section down below. I'm pretty sure I got everyone. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like if you ended up enjoying, because I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, have a blessed rest of your day. It's been Ripcord. Peace.